Super Spears Brothers!
So welcome to the Super Spears Brothers.
My name's Larry Oji.
And I'm Oshi Ino.
So
I designed this game. And I am Ifrit. Well, Rama didn't trust him with his power. What?
Well, let's kill ourselves and give them all the power.
That sounds fair. I'm gonna talk to Shiva.
They drained our powers and threw me away. Well, we haven't got long.
Gestor has grabbed our friends and is trying to drain them of their power. I do something. I tune in one of those glass tubes. You will follow Ramos' lead and give you our power. Pew! Pew!
Eat their bodies. Attach them to you.
Nom 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 nom.
Of course, I guess they're not really dead. You can always... What?
There's enemies in here? Oh no, flans!
Are these things hard to kill without magic? Or is it the opposite?
It is the
It
opposite.
is the opposite. Of course, you do have pincer attack on.
I still... Oh, that's just the thing that summons.
Yeah.
Those things are terrible. Because there are espos that will kill everyone in your party.
Yeah.
And you don't know which one... When you use a Magicite, you don't know which espo is going to be summoned.
That's right.
Okay, so let's start mixing these around. Queuing... I want her to keep on queuing.
Yeah, I think so. Makes sense.
I don't really want him on the wrong. What's he for it? Ooh, Fire 2 at ×5 is really good. Nice. That's also really good.
You're not going to use that much of Raspin Osmose, but...
I'm going to leave him on Rama for now. Stray...
Oh, he's like 2% off. So
Yeah.
leave it on that.
Simon, he's good. I'll give him... Shiva?
Yeah.
Or Ifrit. I'll give him Shiva because it's more.
Yeah. And he could learn a cure, so it would be helpful.
Yeah.
And I think... don't go in that door. Go in the other door.
Oh. So I thought because she was blocking it, that was the item one,
Yeah.
but no.
No, she's blocking it because that's where you're supposed to go, and then you're required to talk to them before you move on with the game.
Okay, fine. That's a stupid looking tent. I like how each of the tents actually have a different design.
Yeah, because each one of them carries a different tent. Because that makes sense. You go to the store, and he's like, now I bought you a special tent, and it actually changes completely the design based on who's in it. Mm-hmm. This is the most amazing item ever invented. Yep, I basically just...
It's basically just fashion.
I like that there's just tents in this game because I was playing Final Fantasy IV, which I was going to complain about in this episode, and
fighting generals.
Yeah, and they're both generals. It's like we got no one to control, no one to command. It's just the two of us. Pretty much it's a waste of our general.
Yeah, go ahead. You got this.
What's it called? Like our
generalissimitude.
General. It's with their general, like they're generals. It's their rank.
They're specific.
It's a waste of their rank.
It's a waste of their specific.
No, I said it. I said the words I was meaning to say.
I'm just making a pun.
I understand that, but the pun sucks.
Okay, like Final Fantasy IV.
Oh, there you go. Now switch.
Switch. That was Quadspo.
What's interesting, I don't know if did you ever really spend much time yourself balancing like levels and the level bonuses you get?
I did on my super playthrough.
Well, you've already got
10%.
You've already learned all the skills.
Yeah, I did that once you have a party of people who have full spells, then you just start doing that.
Yeah.
Ooh, trappers. I like these little guys that hang from the ceiling.
I like anybody that...
Oh. There were 5... These... That is 8 kinds of... This is 8 kinds of bullshit.
You're saying you love these guys that hang from the ceiling?
No, not anymore, but I like the design of them.
I think these guys summon, and I like any enemies that summon. It's actually, I like it better in Final Fantasy IV, which we're about to talk about again. But I really like it in Final Fantasy IV because you can actually really rack up experience by fighting certain enemies that just keep respawning.
Yeah.
I like it says wounded instead of dead, or because that...
Is Dumb wounded?
Because...
Yes, Dumb is wounded.
Well, because, because the lore doesn't make sense for them to be dead, because characters do die. Yeah. They make it clear that characters do die, so wounded makes sense. He's not dead, he's just unable to act.
Yeah, he's incapacitated.
Yeah. And that's the only way that the system works out. And then Phoenix Downs obviously don't bring people back to life. They just unwound people. Yeah. And they've just been given a marketing name that's over the top.
I like this room.
And there's a Metroid in there.
Is there a Metroid?
No, there is not a Metroid.
That would be cool.
Rhinox,
what the hell are you doing?
This was before all people cared about was what we were referencing rather than what was actually... Oh, these guys have a really cool item.
Yeah, I think they do.
So you should steal from them until you get it.
No, it's too late. I'm already massacring them.
Not really.
How do I press Y? Yeah, that's right.
Give yourself, like, say, 3 attempts to steal.
Okay, go ahead. Say your power. Every time we have a pause where we don't... Oh, yeah, this is the guy who casts 3, but life 3, but doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, that's what makes them fun to steal from.
Oh, and these guys are actually really good if you get them on...
On the Velt?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so Final Fantasy IV, one of the things that bugs me, that is not really a wrong thing, it kind of is perfectly fun and perfectly feasible, but it's something that doesn't really make sense on like just a purely logical level.
Yeah.
And that's that the whole difference between like tents and cottages.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, most of the time, so a tent in a lot of earlier Final Fantasy games doesn't heal you all the way; it just heals you a certain amount of hit points.
Yeah.
And the cottage fills you up all the way, or in Final Fantasy One.
Stupid boss.
Oh yeah, isn't this Bacon all over again?
No, this is like an interesting boss, but it's dumb.
But it's dumb.
Yeah. He's
the one who wall change guy.
Yeah, it's the wall change guy. I like the wall change.
Oh, you got to steal from him too, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they've got these cottages, right? That heal you that heal you to full power. And in Final Fantasy 1, they had houses as well.
Mm.
But like carrying a tent around makes a certain amount of sense.
Yeah.
Carrying around a oh, but that wasn't the best thing you can steal from him. You can steal something better from him, but it doesn't. But like you only get one chance. So.
No, I don't want him to be confused. How do I kill that?
You can do various things.
I can hit him, I guess. Should I hit him? Should I hit him?
I guess so. Or you could always use, what's it called? There's an item that will cure that. But whatever, you seem fine.
Yeah, no, I got this. Yeah, I'm not using magic, so this isn't mattering, dude. I'm just gonna kill.
Anyway, they've got cottages and houses and stuff like that, and in the first one. But carrying around a tent makes a certain amount of sense. Carrying around a cottage and a house doesn't. Now, obviously, there could be some magical packing thing that's due to the fact that you live in a magical world. But it's also like kind of like tedious and pointless to have different, like just use before you save type items.
Yeah.
Especially since they've got inns usually nearby, but the inns are more expensive. That guy was super easy.
Yeah. If you start messing around with the actual mechanics he's trying to do, he's hard.
Yeah.
But if you just hit him, he dies super easy. It's a stupid boss. Oh, Blizzard? What the hell is that?
That's an item that you use that casts Blizzard, I believe.
Oh, it's a sword.
Oh, it's a sword. Never mind, it's a sword.
Randomly cast ice. Oh, so it's like, because you got all the elemental swords.
Yeah, I think...
Is this the one where you just do... Just do a different one? I think they're all just the same, though.
Oh, check out the Flame Saber.
Flame Saber was the same.
Oh, yeah. It's just, for some reason, decides that Blizzard is better.
No.
Well, Blizzard is pretty good.
Blizzard, yeah, they do good games. This is Chaos Thunderblade and doesn't make any sense.
I see.
But if I did Optimum... No, it doesn't change. It just doesn't like Flame Blade, apparently.
Yeah, it's like Flame Saber. Doesn't sound good.
Okay, so there's a big plot thing to finish what you're saying.
Alright, so anyway...
I'm gonna actually go down and save while you're doing this.
Okay, so they have... But sometimes the inn will cost more than, like, a cottage. So there's absolutely no reason to use the inn at that rate.
Yeah.
Like just go outside and use the cottage because you're already in a town. You just have to step out and do that. So it's kind of like it creates some redundant levels that just aren't that interesting.
Should I bother trying to steal from this guy?
Absolutely, yeah, you should steal from him because I believe he's got a random item that's...
No, it's a flash.
Yeah, but what was the previous item you got from him?
I didn't get one from last time. He died before.
Oh, okay.
He attacked the guy who counterattacks.
I believe it's these guys that have like dragoon boots or something like that randomly. Something better than that. I can't remember what it is. They have some kind of item that just every once in a while they get that's pretty awesome. But anyway, my point is that it's nice to have all these different items, but there's a certain amount that they don't make sense, and especially it's just nice to have like. You know what you want to do when you have a tent. You don't really need to feel like, well, I'm not going to spend quite that amount of money because by the time you start getting them, you don't need to actually item manage that amount. So, the cottages and tents don't really look like they come out of magic. So it's just nice that they've streamlined some of that.
Yeah.
And while it adds to the complexity and the types of things you can do in Final Fantasy IV, I think I like the streamlined approach a bit more, and that's one of the other things that I like about this game over Final Fantasy IV, and why Final Fantasy IV is
It's a pile of dog poop.
is basically just horrible, and you should never play it.
Yeah.
No, I like just to be absolutely clear, I like Final Fantasy IV. I disagree with people that say that it was actually the best Final Fantasy, because I think that both the plot and the gameplay was a little bit more repetitious and less innovative than this particular game.
Look, every single battle I'm usually doing something different.
That's right. In Final Fantasy IV, a lot of the time you just press the same button, and there's certain whole chapters where you have a whole bunch of characters with all the same skills.
Yeah.
Even in the even though they have like one extra skill that they kind of each get, you don't use it all that often. If you're, say, you may just use the same spells over and over again, and you get them so early on that there's not much excitement for that. So, while I like Final Fantasy IV, I'm going to say that Final Fantasy III is the stronger RPG. But when we come back, we'll do a big plot part, and we'll explore the next part of the game.
Awesome.